Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brian Peterson.
Good evening. This past year, Junior Achievement partnered with more than 8,000 volunteers, mostly business professionals, to deliver our curriculum in local schools. More than 5,000 teachers and 700 different schools embraced our programs so that their students could benefit from JA. Our organization would not be what it is today without the support of these dedicated individuals.
Now let's honor this year's Outstanding Laureate class. And each laureate will be introduced by a Junior Achievement student. In 5 or 10 years, these young people will be employees of the businesses or corporations that are represented here, and some of them will be entrepreneurs at a very young age.
Hi, I'm Renia Gadnis, and I'm an entrepreneur. You can read more about my story in JA's annual report. Pick up a copy at the registration table. I'm even featured on the cover. Even though I am only 12, I've already traveled to 12 different countries with my family. My travels had taught me that I am so lucky to live where I do. Like many of the kids of my generation, protecting our environment is very important to me. I turn off lights when I leave the room, I ride my bike instead of asking my parents for a ride, and recycle whenever I can. Our next laureate, Mike Fitterman, leads Liberty Diversified International, a company that manufactures recycled paper and other products. His efforts have kept 200,000 tons of materials out of landfills. When he's not working, he also spends his free time making our world a better place.
I'm convinced that success is not only a team sport, but it takes the whole family to do it. It was really shared dreams. As they shared the dreams of the legacy of our business, we shared the dreams for themselves and their families. And together we hope that we allowed everyone to achieve those dreams.
Hi, my name is Alistair Tang. I'm an Otto Bremer Scholar, and I, too, am an entrepreneur. I had the opportunity to run my own business as part of the JA Company program at my high school. And thanks to everyone's hard work in the company, we managed to become national finalists. Through this, I have learned many valuable skills that will serve me well in the real world. I'm honored to be here today to introduce our next laureate. Now that I have a job, I opened my own banking account. My parents told me that in the old days, you had to pay extra to have a checking account. I'm glad now that banks offer these perks for free. We have our next laureate to thank for that. Bill Cooper started free checking and free debit cards at TCF Banks. He has a knack for making his customers happy, like keeping TCF Banks open late and on the weekends. There's no such things as banker hours at TCF. Let's learn more about our next laureate, Bill Cooper.
The old story about you pick yourself up by the bootstraps, try it sometime. It's actually impossible. You can't lift yourself up by the bootstraps. If you want to get lifted up, people have to help lift you up. And the mentoring process of doing that, and I've been very lucky in that in my whole life. I flunked the 3rd grade. I have a reading disability. And a teacher by the name of Mrs. Hope taught me to read. And also instilled in me that, gee, I was as good as anybody else. I could succeed if I really tried it.
Well, hi, I'm Matthew Amfinson.
And I'm Jasmine Valtera.
We both attend Hope Academy, a Christian faith-based school in Minneapolis. Junior Achievement has taught us what our teachers like to call a 21st century skills program. Basically, that means that we're learning practical things that will help us in the real world.
Our next laureate gained some pretty useful skills growing up on the Red Lake Indian Reservation. Money was tight, so Andy Wells learned to build some of the things they needed and fix things that were broken.
He used these skills to invent some really cool things, like the first snowmobile engine, and air-powered scissors, and even products used by NASA.
He started his own company, Wells Technology, so that he could continue to invent and manufacture great products. Today, his company makes more than 16,000 different products.
He also started a nonprofit, Wells Academy, which provides job training to local tribe members. Please turn your attention to the screen as we learn more about this inventor and entrepreneur, Andy Wells.
I looked at all the poverty in our community and the fact that 50% of our high school kids were dropping out of school and 60%, 60, of our people had no jobs. And we once had a proud people that were self-supporting for thousands of years. And now we had people that were ending up with babies too soon or in prison. And there was a sad situation for our folks, and there was a lack of hope. As we mentioned earlier, hope is very important. So I decided maybe I could create some jobs, and as I said in the movie, we didn't know how many. We thought maybe 1 or 2 or 3 would all help. But one by one it began to grow, and I realized that they not only needed jobs, they needed some education, some industrial skills. And so we started helping with that too, and created a new way to teach these people not just how to run a machine or something like that, but how to be a man.
It benefits us all to teach the next generation about business, with the hope that we'll ignite the spark in a young entrepreneur. The students we've heard from tonight already have hopes and dreams of starting their own business. Our commitment to JA will help support programming, research, innovative strategies, and partnership development, all focused on impacting students in Greater Minnesota, North Dakota, and Western Wisconsin. It's my pleasure to introduce Carly Bant.
Junior Achievement not only gave me the practical skill sets that will serve as a catalyst for a future career in business, but has also helped me develop my character and way of thinking in a way that will help me in whichever field I choose. Through Junior Achievement, I was given the opportunity to follow my entrepreneurial passions, while in the process learning about myself, my peers, and my community.
Hi, my name is Jada Ragor. I'm really excited to be here tonight. Thanks, Mom, for letting me stay up past my bedtime. Our next laureate was only 13 years old when he started his career. Frank Donaldson worked in the family business until he went to college, and then served his country as an officer in the Navy. When he returned, Mr. Donaldson was not only strengthened the family business, but he also made the world a better place by creating products that make our air cleaner and our environment quieter. He also encouraged the company to give back to the community, which I've seen firsthand. Today, Donaldson Company sponsors my school by giving us money and volunteers so we are able to have JA in our classrooms. Let's learn more about Frank Donaldson.
He had the loyalty and the tireless dedication of his many colleagues, his fellow employees at Donaldson Company, several more of whom are with us tonight, who now number over 12,000 people in worldwide. This Hall of Fame induction is an honor to all who have contributed to the company's success.
I'm Marcus Leo Hansen, and I've attended JA BizTown summer camp for 4 consecutive years. At the Young Entrepreneurs Camp this past summer, I ran the JA BizTown Bakery as the lead sales manager. I hope to apply the things I learned at camp this summer towards a career in large construction management. I also want to get a good job in the future so that I can have my own spending money. Right now I'm saving my money for college, of course, and so I can buy the new iPhone 6 someday, which would be a Best Buy. Our next laureate made a name for himself by creating Best Buy, a one-stop shop for music lovers and tech geeks. This laureate made such a positive impact through Best Buy, but that was just the start of his work in our community. Please turn your attention to the screen as we learn more about our final laureate, Dick Scholes.
While people are the mainstream and the thread with which we get things done and how well we do them, it's the empowerment of those people. It's listening carefully to the ideas, the thoughts, the innovation that comes up from anywhere and everywhere, in empowering people to pursue those innovations and those discoveries with purpose, with passion, and with perseverance, has won for Best Buy time and time and time again.
We know that if we want to dramatically increase this region's entrepreneurial output, we need to put some real effort behind it. So we have a powerful vision and a plan. We hope to replicate the Otto Bremer initiative for a metro rollout so that we can begin cultivating that entrepreneurial spirit as young as 4th grade, just like they do in athletics. We also hope and dream that we will build a new entrepreneurship center that will house a redesigned JA BizTown facility and the first of its kind business incubator space for high school students. Many people have asked us, if we build it, will they come? And we know without a doubt from working with kids for years and years that they will. I'd like to congratulate and thank each of our laureates for inspiring us to do our work with purpose and with excellence.